My name is Joseph Cheatham, and I'm joined by Dr. Charlize Wallington. Dr. Wallington?
Hello, I'm Dr. Charlize Wallington, and I'm a member of the Health and Safety Task Force. We are so delighted to welcome back the students on the campus of Pine Forge Academy for face-to-face instruction this fall. We thought it especially important to take some time to discuss health and wellness with the students of the Academy. You hold the most important influence on containing the virus for the first 3 phases of the school year.
We will cover 5 topics today. The value of quarantining at home before arriving to Pine Forge Academy, how face masks protect against COVID-19, why frequent hand washing and disinfection works against the virus, and the purpose of forming family groups for 2 weeks prior to opening the campus up to a single family group. And finally, the things that we are doing to help keep you safe and their impact on your life. Dr. Wallington?
The value of quarantining before arriving to Pine Forge Academy. The new coronavirus is a rapidly spreading disease for which we have no vaccine and no natural immunity. One of the ways to slow or stop the spread of the disease is to separate from people. Social distancing, quarantine, and isolation are all forms of separation. Today, we are discussing quarantine. Quarantine is a way to separate and to restrict movements of someone who may have been exposed to the virus to check if they become sick. Usually, any symptoms of COVID-19 appear within 2 weeks or less after an exposure or infection. But many people who get COVID-19 don't have any symptoms. So, self-quarantine should last for 14 days to allow time to confirm without testing that you don't have it or can't spread it to others. The Health and Safety Task Force is asking all campus students to self-quarantine at home for 14 days prior to arriving on the campus of Pine Forge Academy. What does that look like? During this time, you should stay home. For new students and student leaders, your quarantine begins on August 3rd. For returning students, your quarantine begins on August 10th. Stay home unless you must leave for essential medical or dental appointments. Separate yourself from others. Please, no gathering with others besides those that live in your home. That means no grocery shopping, no school supply shopping, no parties or gatherings with anyone except those you live in the house with. Allow your parent or guardian to make those purchases for you or order online. And also, please no eating inside restaurants. During your self-quarantine, you may monitor any symptoms of fever, cough, or shortness of breath. Contact your health professional should any of these symptoms develop. When traveling to Pine Forge Academy, if using public transportation like a plane, train, or bus, please wear your mask. Watch your distance as much as you can. Wash your hands and don't eat inside restaurants. Take your food to go. Also, if you're traveling by automobile, when you stop for food, please take your food to go. Again, you will be screened once again when you arrive on campus.
The virus primarily travels by respiratory droplets when we talk, cough, sneeze, sing, etc. Face masks work because, number 1, they block respiratory particles coming out of the mouth. They keep us from touching our mouth or nose with contaminated hands. And third, they provide some protection against breathing the virus depending on the quality of the mask. The best mask is the one that you are going to wear over your mouth and your nose at all times. Usually the higher quality mask, the harder it is to breathe in. A 2 to 3 ply cloth face cover is particularly good for most circumstances. A big warning, do not purchase or wear masks with circular discs or valves on them. Sometimes these are marketed to offer cooling. They are exit valves that allow less filtered or unfiltered respiratory droplets to come out of the mask. That destroys the major benefit of the mask, protecting others from your respiratory droplets. If everyone wears a mask when we are required to, it will be extremely hard for the virus to spread to anyone else. Dr. Wallington?
Frequent hand washing is very important. Simply put, hand washing and disinfection removes germs from hands and surfaces to prevent the spread of infection. People frequently touch their eyes, nose, and mouth without even realizing it. The average person touches their face 23 times in 1 hour. People then touch other surfaces where germs can then spread. Germs from unwashed hands can be transferred onto other objects like handrails, desks, doorknobs, and then transferred to another person's hands. COVID-19 is a spear-shaped virus with spike proteins that can attach to skin cells. There's an oily coat that protects the virus within the cell. By using soap or an alcohol-based sanitizer, it will disrupt that oily coat and degrade the virus. Please wash your hands with soap and water as much as possible and use an alcohol-based sanitizer when soap and water are not readily available. A bleach solution or other disinfectant wipe can be used to clean surfaces, countertops, tabletops, doorknobs, bathroom handles, toilets, keyboards, tablets, and bedside tables. A diluted bleach solution of 1/3 cup of bleach and 1 gallon of water will suffice. Please wash your hands so we all can be safe.
When you arrive on campus, you will be paired with your roommate. Your roommate has quarantined just like you, and thus is unlikely to have the virus. We want to observe you both for symptoms over the next 2 weeks to make sure that the virus has not traveled with either of you. It is extremely important that the two of you practice extreme caution in wearing your face covers outside of your room and not allowing anyone else to come near you without their face masks. Continue washing and disinfecting your hands frequently. If you or others expose yourselves beyond your roommates, it will be much more difficult for us to stop the virus if it is suspected and found on the campus. This could jeopardize our in-person school year, and distance learning may be required for some or the remainder of the year. The 2 weeks will go by fast, and after we take another step to a more normal Pine Forge Academy life. Dr. Wallington?
Things that we are doing to keep you safe. We have upgraded many facilities on the campus that will destroy the virus. All dorm rooms will have a state-of-the-art ultraviolet air treatment unit called UV Angel Air. This technological advancement allows for sterilization of the air from harmful viruses like COVID-19 and others, bacterial and fungi, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year.
You are going to hear some fan noise outside of your rooms. And in many of the buildings you will spend time in, that noise is arising from large, high-efficiency particulate air filter ventilation systems. They are cleaning the air multiple times every hour, trapping particles, including bacteria and viruses, and ejecting air outside of the dorms while pulling fresh air into your rooms, hallways, cafeteria, chapels, bathrooms, gymnasium, and exercise rooms. Please let your deans, administrators, and staff members adjust these units unless you have been personally taught how to manage them. Importantly, no matter how curious you are, do not open them up and touch the filters inside of them unless you've been given permission and trained on how to handle the filters, as they will be capturing all of the particles in the air that you do not want in your body.
It is very important that you do not tamper with these units, even though they may pique your curiosity. The special filters and light bulb inside are very expensive, and just touching them can lead to a significant reduction in their ability to clean. The oils and contaminants on your hands and other materials are detrimental to their ability to work.
One more caution against your curiosity. Please do not put anything into the ducts that are pulling air into the ventilation systems, as foreign objects may damage the filters or the fans. One of the big downsides to these fans is that they're going to make temperature control in your rooms and buildings very difficult, because fresh air is going to be pulled into your areas at all times. The air conditioning units will not be able to recycle cool air, but will have to cool warm, fresh air. Your heaters will have to heat cold, fresh air. This will be the case until we have better mechanisms to ensure that the virus is no longer a threat to your health. We have even made plans to take care of you in new extra care zones and rooms if, although very unlikely, you become ill with the virus. These rooms will allow you to continue your education online, eat, sleep, exercise, and interact virtually with social and worship functions while you heal. Once you are well and cleared by the medical staff, you will pick up seamlessly with your roommate, friends, and in-person classes. Dr. Wallington.
There are many other things that we are doing, and we look forward to sharing more in the future. Thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time, and we are praying for you and your families as you prepare to come back to Pine Forge Academy.